Then my first job in 2012 was as a news anchor, on Russian NTV America. It was a Russian language news program that was broadcasting nationally in the United States. So I did 3 newscasts throughout the day and 1 evening news program. Then I also had my own interview program called Persona Grata. That's when the artists and celebrities would come, to New York, and I would interview them and do what you guys are doing, which is like take people's stories and hoped that in conversation and in revealing their stories, people who listen might get something that inspires them.
Absolutely. That is such a true statement right there, because that's kind of one reason why we started this podcast, was because, Keith and I we work long hours, digits, code, design, clients, but we listen to podcasts quite often in the background while we work. And as corny as it sounds, there's sometimes when you're listening to something that someone's saying and it's just the way that they say it, you've heard it 10 times prior in your life. It never clicked. But the way that person said it in that moment, just something happens and it moves you. It pushes you in a direction, like literally physically and mentally, and you kind of grow. You're like, wow, I didn't understand that perspective until this moment. I've heard it, but now it clicked. And that's kind of the reason why we're doing this podcast, is that not only the name Call to Action is something technical in our world, where it's a button you press on a website or a mobile app, it's something that takes you to the next level, but the double entendre is that call to action in people's life. That's why we interview people such as yourself that have had this kind of really incredible story and have been successful, and it's not a journey that's just straight linear, it's this up and down path. But that call to action is something that, whether someone says it or how you listen to it, it's something that's going to move you to be better in life. And that's exactly right. You're spot on.